the Boston Celtics, who are now down 0-3 as well. But we have a clip from one of their players after being down 0-3.
Uh, I don't even know where to start. It's obvious letdown. I feel like we let our fan base, organization down. We let ourselves down, and it was collective. We can point fingers, but in reality,
Looks like there's a lot going that went wrong with the Celtics in this series. They gave Miami a 3% chance to win this series, and now they're up 3-0. And even still, even though Miami is up, they're only given a 28% chance now to win the series. Even though they're up 3-0, they're still only giving them a 28% chance to win the series. That means that the Celtics having a 72% chance to still win. So they think the Celtics going to win 4 straight and win the series. I'll start this one off, of course. I'm the Heat fan, so I'm excited about this, but still humble because there's still one more game left. Just like everyone else in Miami said, it's the first of 4, not the first of 3. So we still got a game left in Miami Tuesday night. So still a lot to be done. But I want to give props to the team and to Eric Spoelstra, because this was clearly a team game. Clearly, because Gabe Vincent outscored Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined by himself. 29 points. What else? And then we had a Duncan Robinson sighting again. He had 22 points off the bench. Even though I still think that's crazy we gave him that contract, he's showing you, hey, I'm still here. I'm still a 3-point threat. I'm going to do whatever it takes to help my team win. Kevin Love went out, wasn't an issue. Still had Caleb Martin out there to help out with give us some key buckets. And Caleb Martin has got to be one of the – he's a key player in this series, man. And he's been balling out. I think it's time to not call them undrafted players anymore. You got to call them hoopers now. But that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, they undrafted, but all of them have been in the league for a good enough amount of time to be good enough to win this series. And at the end of the day, they just been out-coached. Eric Spoelstra, there's no one – for me, I don't think anyone can consider anyone else the best coach in the league other than Eric Spoelstra. Look at what he's doing without what people consider a superstar. They said Jimmy's not a superstar. They said Bam is not even really a star. Kyle Lowry is past his prime, if he even had a prime. Kevin Love is, past his prime. We got 7 undrafted players on this team. Tyler Hero's not playing. Victor Oladipo is out for the rest of the year. He ain't coming back. And look at where we are. We're a game away from being in the NBA Finals. And I'm one of those people myself. I'm a Miami Heat fan, but I'm one of those people that doubted that we would even get this far. But like I said before, after game 2 and after game 3 in Milwaukee, I changed my thoughts. I was like, nah, we got it. And we're all here now. Never won, and that's right, Joe. Eric Spoelstra never won Coach of the Year. Never won Coach of the Year. That's crazy. But when it comes to playoff time, he does whatever he needs to do. I think this is his 7th time in the conference finals. 4 times with the big 3, and then 3 times with this unit with Jimmy and Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
3 of the last 4 years, he's been in the conference finals. And it's been all against the Celtics, and it's like we're about to put the Celtics out again.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, you talking about the 3 of the last 4 years been against the Celtics?
Yeah, 3 of the last 4 years, we played the Celtics in the conference finals. Every time we made it with Jimmy, it's been against the Celtics in the conference finals.
Man.
So,
you want me to take this next?
Go ahead, Carl.
Go ahead, Carl.
Man, y'all know who I'm going to shout out, besides the obvious. I've been shouting them out all playoffs. I shouted them out last year, and I got laughed at by Devin. You lucky I didn't have time to find it. Shout out Caleb Martin. I've been shouting him out all series. I told people he is a key contributor on this team. Don't ask me how I know what I know. Just know that I've been watching bro for about 8 years since he's been at NC State with his twin, and I've seen it. I've watched bro develop. I've watched bro transfer to Nevada with Eric Musselman and J-Mo remember this early in that year in Nevada. I said, I got Nevada winning the Mountain West because of these twins and Jordan Caroline. And sure enough, he won Mountain West Player of the Year. I believe they won the Mountain West. I've been watching these boys for years. I love Caleb Martin's game. But I ain't gonna be too much on that. I just had to get that off because I got laughed at for bringing bro up last year. But in reference to the video, I hope Jaylen Brown got a lot of fingers pointed at him because he's been playing terrible these last 2 games. He went 7 for 23 game 2. He was jacking a lot of unnecessary in transition threes game 3. Where I'm like, why are you shooting that? Airballing them too. I'm like, why are you shooting that? You're like, what, 1 for whatever this series. I don't even think it was just the game. I don't even remember him hitting the 3 in the game. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't remember. But you're shooting terrible from 3, and you're good at driving the ball. Attack the basket. Like you said, Caleb played 5 minutes. It's Bam, Caleb Martin, Max Strus, Jimmy Butler, and Gabe Vincent. Attack the basket. Attack Bam. Force Bam to get in some foul trouble. So the backup big is Cody Zeller. Attack. I don't know why they're not doing it. They went out so sad game 3. It was embarrassing, to be honest. For any Celtics fan, I feel like y'all can agree. It was embarrassing to watch. Now I got to watch my boy Peyton Pritchard get active for a whole quarter, so I was cool with it. But it was honestly embarrassing. But shout out to all the other guys. Like you said, Gabe Vincent came and balled. Duncan Robinson, I gotta give credit to a Michigan player. He came and balled. Max Strus hit a couple shots. Jimmy Butler didn't even have to do a lot offensively. He still did his thing defensively. Got a couple. Caleb Martin got a 3, came down, plucked Jason Tatum, and I think he threw the outlet to Max Strus. Jimmy Butler, he's gonna do what he's gonna do on both ends of the floor. Bam, being active. Bam was just flushing with authority to game 3. Yeah, shout out to the Heat. Team of collectives, and I'm gonna sound probably so terrible saying this, but Tyler Hero injury to me is the best thing that could have happened to the Heat this playoff run. I can't really explain to you why, but I just think that injury made them play more like a team than to say, here, Tyler, try to get a bucket against this team's best defender. And I feel like if you put your team's best defender on Tyler Hero, you can take him out the game. Now it's like, all right, Jimmy, we're going to use you like we normally do. Your usage rate is going to be high. You're going to have the ball a lot. You're going to be controlling the offense. You're going to be getting the ball in the paint, trying to either turn around, jump shot, try to get to the cup, get an and one, whatever. With Tyler Hero, I don't think that is happening all too much. So I don't mean this in a malicious manner, but I do think the Tyler Hero injury was actually the best thing that could have happened to Miami. It forced Duncan Robinson to come off the bench. And now he can earn the money that he got. I think they weren't playing him because he was a defensive liability. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dave.
And yeah, he was a defensive liability. He was only a shooter. He has actually developed his game to be able to drive the ball as well now.
Yeah, so I mean, so kudos. You're not gonna hear much, but kudos to him. He went to Michigan, but kudos to him. Yeah, and that's really all I got. I didn't see 3-0. I thought Miami would take 1 in Boston. I didn't see 2. And I thought since being up 2-0, I thought Boston would be ready to play. I just feel like my coach wouldn't have to get me ready to play a game 3 where if I go down again, it's a death sentence. My stars should come ready to play for a game where if I lose, it's essentially a death sentence. Bruh. So I applaud Joe Mazzulla for taking that bullet, saying I didn't have my guys prepared, but these are grown professionals paid to play a game that they quote unquote love and they know what's on the line. It shouldn't take much to get these guys ready to play. Now, if you say they were unprepared, cool. Maybe that's just me being literal again. But ready to play, it shouldn't be that much motivation in the world other than yourself to get ready for a game like this.
First of all, this just in. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are still breaking from 3. 7 for 40 the entire series, the 2 of them. 7 for 40. So when you were trying to guess how many threes he missed throughout the series, Carl, You don't have to guess. Just say out of the 7, you can divvy it up. All right, you can give them 3. You can probably give. It can go either way. But the fact that, Carl, everything you said, I came on this show in the 76ers series. I said, bruh, Joe Mazzulla is a rookie head coach. Right? We'll give him that. But the fact that your core 4 or 5 were here last year in the finals, they should be able to at least win you one game. Players should be at least able to give you one game, just one. And this was the one they needed, and they couldn't do it. They could not do it. The inconsistency has started all season. It's rolled over into the playoffs. They lucked up and went up against another inconsistent team in the 76ers because you don't know what you're going to get out of James Harden or Embiid on a night-to-night basis. So the Celtics kind of scapegoated that when some people would look back and say that now. And look what happened when you come up against a team that's more hungry, well prepared, and not playing with their food. They're not playing around with y'all. Your 2 stars don't show up. We talked about this when we talked about LA and the Nuggets. Your role players are supposed to be role players, right? They're supposed to know their role, as The Rock would say. But your 2 stars, if they're not showing up, what do you expect the role players to do? You think they're going to come out and oversee the stars? No. Grant tried, and then he woke Jimmy up. I think he should have just been quiet, but he was like, somebody need a spark. You got Al Horford. Every single game this series has been a report coming out a report coming out saying, hey, he's been trying to get this team motivated in practice. He's been in the huddles, taking the coaches spot. Some look, man, we need to wake up. Too many times in this last game, I've seen more Celtics close out on a ref to complain about a call than they did for Caleb Martin on a 3. It's better when they running down on the ref, y'all. Something has to give. And Joe, like Joe Mazzulla, I applaud you for going up there and saying that because that's what a coach is supposed to say. But technically, bro, you're not even supposed to be in this position. You're not even supposed to be the coach. Like, if it wasn't for the Ime Udoka situation, you would still be on the sideline learning your chops. So he's literally learning as he's going. Now he has to go up against a team that's technically not as good as his on paper, but the coach is 10 times better than him. He's like 4 countries ahead of him as far as coaching, and you're seeing it. Celtics, somebody has to answer for this.
All right, I've got to say one more thing though, because we're having too much heat love. I don't think Eric Spoelstra is the best coach in the league. Too much heat love.
He's one of the best coaches.
Yeah, I give you that, but not the best.
I say he's the best, but I mean that's the bias in me I get for or whatever. But also, I mean, look at what he's doing without any superstar player. I'm gonna continue to say that.
Oh, we here with that, Dave.
So, but I want to bring up 2 stats real quick. So there are only 2 teams who ranked last in points per game during the regular season reached the NBA Finals. That was the 64 Warriors and the 56 Pistons. We're 1-1 away from joining that crew. The other stat I want to bring up is that we are the first AC ever to win a playoff game by more than 25 points. And the playoff season began in 1984. So this team is doing everything that they need to do to win. Also, shout out to Duncan Robinson for passing LeBron James for most 3-pointers in Heat history. So, I'll give you that.
How
I mean,
fitting.
but you should. I mean, you're 3-pointers LeBron. But I agree with Carl. I agree with you when you talk about the Tyler Hero thing. I think it was a blessing in disguise. Not the injury itself, but him not being the one-on-one player, and we're actually spreading the ball around to everyone else. I think that's what helped out the team because we're actually able to get everyone involved. And like you said, Duncan Robinson probably wasn't going to get no minutes if Tyler Hero was on the floor. So it helped out. So Boston, I mean, you got one more shot.
Peyton Pritchard got more
do they
order than Jason Tatum.
You got a shot to not get swept. So,
but do they? It depends on the shot because clearly they're not hitting threes.
Stop the cap.
Also, I'm not gonna put a lot on Joe Mazzulla. Like you said, he's a rookie head coach. He wasn't supposed to be in this position anyway. So, it's a lot saying that he might get fired though. So I mean,
that would be honestly crazy.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, nah, that would
But
be worse.
I hope everybody heard me. Peyton Pritchard has more field goals made in the fourth quarter than Jason Tatum.
That's That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Jason Tatum, you gotta do better. You from Duke, you gotta do better.
Carl, you can go down the list of how many people got more points than Jason Tatum in the fourth.
Field goals. I don't know about points. He only got 12 in the fourth. I don't know. I know Tatum scored 6 in that game 1. I don't know about game 2, so I can't say that. But he might. He had 12 and 5.
He might.
My man was there active.
He might.
He had a total of 14
we'll see.
Yesterday. 33 minutes.
Yeah, but he ain't playing the fourth, so I don't know about that game too.
Matter of fact, I know we want to move on, but if I'm Joe Mazzulla, I'm this personal. Y'all not sitting down. We could be down 40. Y'all gonna finish this game. And if y'all want to say somebody can get hurt, we're gonna lose the series anyway. What do we? We gotta go out swinging.
That's a good point. And just one more thing to piggyback on that. I think Reggie Miller said it. You got to at least leave these guys in for a couple minutes to see if y'all can find something to head in the game full with. Don't just concede off Bucks. Because like you said, if somebody get hurt, y'all down 3-0 anyway, bro. So like you said, that's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, Marcus Smart said, hey, we got y'all last year, so we don't care. But
that's a losing mentality.
We care.
That's such a losing mentality.
Hey, that's what Marcus Smart said. So, hey, that's on him.
Brad Stevens about to blow this up. Y'all be prepared.
No, Brad Stevens might come back down and be the coach.
JB to Houston. Pistons resend that offer. JB to Houston.
Yeah. Hey, I'll still take JB in Miami. I'll take him.
You don't need him.
You don't.
I don't need him, but I'll take him.
No. Jaylen Brown with Jimmy Butler. We don't need those JBs. I like James Brown. Okay, we don't need those JBs because I'm telling you, imagine a motivated. Nah.
Wait, I'm sorry. I want to bring up one more thing because I did see this, and this is true. Whenever Tatum has a bad game and Jaylen Brown plays well, they be like, "Oh, Brown over Tatum. Brown been better than Tatum." But when Brown play bad, nobody ever goes, "This is why Brown's not better than Tatum." It just be complete silence. That's all I wanted to say. That is true. I seen that. I didn't say that myself. I saw it.
Teddy will let you know.
That's facts. So now.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.